That the future of school students in Nigeria is bleak due to insecurity is no longer an overstatement. According to a report by Amnesty International, about 780 school children were abducted for ransom in 2021, with 61 still in captivity months after their mass abductions by bandits. In a statement, the group noted that thousands of children in captivity are experiencing horrific and degrading treatment in the hands of these bandits. They don't have the wherewithal, they don't have the food to feed them, they don't, it's just something that's act of wickedness. So, I don't know why, if the first month, second month, and you see that money is not forthcoming, I don't know why you can't return these children to their parents.
No, they are just, you are assuming that these are human beings. They are not human beings. They are beasts. These are beasts. People choose to go and live inside the bush, away from civilization, far away from human beings.
Same with animals.
Are they not beasts by themselves? You reduce your interaction with normal beings extensively because you want to live a life of crime. And you want people to see you as a human being. No, you are not. Look at the students of that federal government college. Sabon Yauri also. There are still more than 50 of them in captivity. That's more than 4 months. That's more than 4 months after they kidnapped those boys and girls.
Going on in the minds of the parents.
And they kept saying no, that the parents should not come and give them money, that it is with government. That is the school. Federal Government College, Birnin Yauri. Birnin, not Sabon Yauri, Birnin Yauri in Kebbi State. Unfortunately, these children, they were writing their final papers and they had almost finished writing. There was information that the school could be attacked. The mistake they made, the school authorities, the federal authorities made, was that they didn't immediately shut this school once they got that information. They were thinking, maybe the exam has almost ended. Let's just wait for them to end, and then these people came. Once they come in, it's difficult for you to rescue them. All the lies that we heard that some were rescued, no, they were not rescued. It's like a child roaming in the bush after running away. A child roaming in the bush, and then you saw the child, and then you led her to safety. You are now giving the impression as if you had a shootout with the guy. How would you do that? Any attempt to rescue them, even if the aircraft has identified their location, you cannot. You cannot. These terrorists have found a way to use human beings as human shield. How do you rescue them without killing people? You will kill some of those children and it will be bad PR. So they too know that once they have kidnapped these people, they are the people in the position of strength. You are the one to appeal to them. You cannot use force to take those children back. And that's what, when I first read that, that the aircraft was cycling the area and that they are surrounded, I said, bullshit. The person who is coming out with lies that they are surrounded doesn't even know the size of the area. Is it that easy to surround? Surrounded where? So the people who try to escape, I think about 2 of them or so escaped to the former Brigadier General Ayuba, the late General Ayuba's village. So from there, they now help them to get to safety. Not that they went to rescue, but the language you read in newspapers is, that's our rescued. How?
4 of them.
It also happened even in Kaduna, where they kidnapped those students, the students of that forestry school. Some, I think 3 of them were released on health grounds by their captors. We now read that they were rescued. The children, the students now said, no, we were not rescued. We were allowed to go on our own. The truth is, once they've caught these people in such large numbers and they kept them with them, you will have to kill the abductees to be able to save them.
Honestly.
And nobody will take that risk. So when they say, oh, rescue, the people should think, rescue how? How did you do it? Okay, when you rescued, you are selective. How about the others? Why didn't you save those ones? These guys have perfected the art of targeting schools because they know that once they target schools, the media attention will get government to bring money. Unfortunately now, in the case of this Birnin Yauri, government is not ready to spend money to negotiate with them. And they are saying, no, they must negotiate with us. You parents don't send any money. It is government that we have issues with. But government is not ready to negotiate. So how much longer are those children going to be in their hands? By the time these people come out, after more than 4 months, what will be left of them?
I'm telling you.
A lot of them will never be able to think straight again.
I'm telling you, the harrowing experience.
It's extremely bad. What is being done to students, especially in the Northwest?
Dotu, when you look at a situation like this and you're looking at a region that Itato has been touted as an educational disadvantaged region, and the Amnesty International is compiling a report like this, and this will be very, very discouraging.
I'm not even sure a lot of those students will be able to return back to school. I think the one that happened in Kaduna, only one of them said he was going to go back. The others weren't sure when they were asked, will you return to school?
One?
Yes, only one came out and sounded convincing about wanting to return to school. That was in Kaduna State.
Oh, they made school, the school safe.
And then, till now, we are still talking about number of out-of-school children increasing in Nigeria. It will, definitely with this. There's no shortcut to it. This issue is either only addressed, like BQ has said, when there is information something is going to happen. Sometimes we get the intelligence, but do we act on it? And in a timely manner also, not waiting until something has gone wrong. We've been hearing this even from the first major one in Borno State. We heard that there was intelligence, but nobody moved. In Dapchi, there was intelligence. Nobody moved. So when are we going to stop this? Because this figure, we may say 780, but it looks huge, especially for children.
She's done more than this?
No, it could even be more. But 340 were picked up in Katsina.
Yeah.
That the government call it Kankara. Then remember too, the Kagara.
Is there also
Kagara in the Niger State. Those ones too were more than 100.
So,
and then these ones in Birnin Yauri, they were also more than 100.
So the figure is huge.
It is.
And when you have this sort of scenario, what happens? Parents will hold on to their children. So the number of out-of-school children will keep growing. And a lot of the crime going on, especially in the Northwest, has been traced to children not being engaged, whether in farming or in schooling or in trading, having something to do. Something to do. So if these figures, if the figure keeps going up, then for me, I'm not sure in a situation like this I'll be willing to release my.
This one, I think these ones were the last. No, the Niger State, the ones.
Look at how small they are.
No, they were Ilekeu boys now. They were from the madrasa.
From the Quranic
school. Yes, in Niger State.
Look at how small they are.
They were very kids.
And then you now tell this kind of child.
And they took them all the way to Kebbi State.
You know.
We can imagine they took them all the way to Kebbi State, from Niger State to Kebbi State.
And on bad roads. Look at how small
they'll take them to the bush.
How do you convince, except you force? And when you even go into that class, you'll be looking left and right. Are they coming again?
7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, or less.
It's terrible.
Boys.
Very
How will
terrible.
you be feeding them? How will you
Can
they
see
be
that one,
sleeping?
even the clothes they sold for him was too
big.
long. You know?
So
Is the you can say okay, government house me now. So it's
this
still
is
those
the one
people
in
from
Nigeria
Tegina.
State. Yes.
And it's not the problem is we have not shown signs that we are in position to defeat these guys. This is my main worry. You deal with them
And
decisively
another thing
somewhere.
is that we've not launched any successful rescue operation.
Once
they are
it is in that
taking-
state, once you
leave it.
allow, the best thing, don't allow it
It's
to
to
happen.
stop. It's prevention.
Don't allow it to happen. If you allow it to happen, you will never be able to rescue them unless they rescue those children by themselves. Because how do you do it? Oh, you want to use the aircraft or you engage the land forces? How do you do it?
You're just going
Over
to
the
waste
years,
But the
children.
United
You're
States
going to
sent
waste.
people to come and rescue one of their own.
it's
If
a
there were
different
many
ball
like
game.
this, they won't succeed.
It's a
Ayo.
different ball game.
If there were many, and we've seen America try to rescue its hostages in Iran. You saw what
And
happened.
they get killed.
They paid with the lives of those people. If it is one or two individuals, with
And those
not many,
holding them
before the
are
Americans
not
would
in
do
numbers.
it, like the one they did, they came to Nigeria to do. It's not a case of many persons, it's an individual. They will have done their simulation of the operation, the location, they know the number of people guiding that individual. These boys now and girls that were kidnapping, bringing, you saw the people guiding them, you saw the kind of weapons they were carrying because they released the video. There are many.
And more than 200.
There are many. So
Armed.
in a situation like that, how many people do you want to kill? Even the Israelis too. There are times when they see that rescue will not work. They will eventually negotiate, but they will come and tell you that they don't negotiate with terrorists. But you can use third party to negotiate with terrorists.
I have
So this is the thing.
Ololade is calling me from Ilorin, that's Kwara State. Thank you for joining us, Ololade.
I'm Akiola Ololade from Ilorin, Kwara State.
Yes, oh yeah, go ahead.
I so much appreciate your discussion.
Thank you.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
Well, it's unfortunate that we are witnessing this type of scenario in this country as regards to it all boils down on corruption. And you don't need to deceive ourselves. So civil servants are so endemic in corruption that even than the politicians, some of them prefer to commit suicide than for them not to have access to stealing of fund. And also the National Assembly too. Some of them too have abandoned their constitutional role. They so much influence this project, even at times overshoot budget. So we are talking of abandoned projects. It's lack of political will. Why should we having abandoned projects everywhere? So this is high time because people are not being punished for their various acts. That is why this is thriving in this country. In fact, they will not even stop. I commend the ICTC for the job done by them. But there's something like human error. It's a deliberate act of corruption.
Yes.
I'm Akiola Ololade from Ilorin, Kwara State.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
sir,
submission.
Mr. Akinola.
Thank you for your submission.
So like Wiki was saying, how do you rescue children from about 200 armed men? It's almost impossible. It means you have to kill those children along
You
with
use
them.
them as human shield.
That's what they do. If
Use them as
it
human
had been
shield.
before,
They are using those children to protect themselves.
exactly. Because then, you read, I'm sure you must have heard of the one in Kaduna that Khan spoke about. They had about 66 worshippers who are even adults with them.
Yes.
And they didn't release them until ransom was paid. So
So that's what they do.
how do you deal with children? Not to talk of, when you can't
The problem is that you could
quickly
kill
get
the
adults out,
terrorists.
you know?
You could kill the terrorists, but nobody would want a life
Not
of these young people
Not
lost.
one.
That is the problem, because once any of these people dies, it is bad.
PR.
Yes. That's what happened to America in Iran. The America will never forget.
They are not
They
even
will
forgetting,
never
they are not
forget.
even forgiving themselves. For
Yes,
what happened.
that
They are not
rescue
even forgiving.
went wrong. So everyone and terrorists over the years have learned to use abductees as human shields.
Yeah.
In fact, if they identify a place that they know you want to bomb, they will go and keep them there. So you will not be able to bomb that place. If you think you will bomb, you will kill them, and they know you don't want to kill them. That's what these guys are using, all these terrorists. They know that you will, once they successfully take them away, and they are that many, forget it, unless you negotiate with them.
In fact, at the point they succeed in entering anywhere they are taking people, they have won. Because even if you try to stop them at that point, you are going to waste those children.
Yes.
They are already in charge. The best thing is let them not get there at all.
That's what we should.
The moment they get there,
it's not in your hands anymore. It's not in your hands anymore.
Completely. They entered into a school where you have.
You know, I've told the story of what happened in Gombe. There was a school that Boko Haram was going to, female school, that they were planning to go to. And then one Colonel Feyi, God bless him, he's a Nigerian hero.
He said it.
He got information and alerted the governor. All through the night, they were sending luxury buses to empty the school. They emptied the school of those students, and government bought mattresses and all that for them to sleep. The same thing that they did in Chibok would have happened. Yes, in that town. Because they knew that school, that girls' school was in a remote area, and they were planning. Yeah, so once information came to Colonel Feyi, he moved. Unfortunately, he was one of the soldiers retired in 2015.
Yes.
You know, people clearly, they did not even remember what he did for his country. So it's the way we act on intelligence that we get that matters. If we do not act quickly, they will get away with it. And when they get away with it, it's expensive to take these children. You are able to have to pay ransom. But we have a history of paying ransom and lying that we did not pay. Now we have realized that these guys will not stop because they know you pay ransom. So we are now playing hard to get. That's why, if it was before, by now those children, those federal government bringing Yauri students would have been released. Because we'll bring the money again and give them.
I have Iwoma from Aba. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Yes, thank you for joining us, madam.
Good. Babajide Falade, I need to congratulate you.
Thanks.
And thank you for the risk you take. Babajide.
Ma?
I want to congratulate you for the risk you take and the risk you take about this country.
Thank you, ma.
The problem is that we do not have a strong-willed leadership. That is the crux of the matter. Because if we have a leadership that will make policies and everybody, adhere to those policies, all these problems will solve. That is my own humble but very serious opinion. I feel so much about these girls. Not that I don't feel for the boys, but the girls that have to be more in problem when they are kidnapped and kept so long in captivity. Some of them come back pregnant. Some of them are carrying babies of fathers who are criminals. It is a long, life-lasting, torturing effect.
Thank you, Iwoma.
Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. Doctor, final?
We've said it. What we need to do for us to be seen as a serious country is to ensure that we don't allow these things to happen. These kidnappings should not even happen at all. Once it happens, then we don't have a choice than to negotiate. And even if it's one day that they keep these children, the inhuman way in which they are treated, especially when they have to walk in the forest, walking kilometers.
Those Tegina kids, 5 of them died now. They are too small.
Thank you.
They are too small. 5 of them died.
Dr. Oladipo.